Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michael Scott here on the RodCast. For us to be sitting down, I couldn't be more excited. Our very first episode. One of my all-time favorite patients coming in today made a huge impact on me, and it was one of those experiences to where when you very first meet someone and you hear them open up and you hear their story, it's just life-changing. We become very fast friends, and I think it'll really give you guys some great insight as to why some people would come in for a procedure such as this. With the male enhancement procedure, it's permanent, it's non-surgical. When patients come in, they're here for 3 hours to get the procedure, and then it's 35 days for your body to grow the connective tissue around the dermal fillers that we've injected, and then it stays permanent with your body to make a permanent lasting impact, to boost your confidence, to increase sexual stimulation and performance, and to really just help benefit you in whatever ways that you're looking for it to improve in your life. The patient who's going to be coming on, he's living proof of that. Ahead of time, I'm going to apologize. When he came in for us to sit down, he just got so excited and so gung-ho, he didn't even give me time to press play and start recording. And so we kind of start off without like a real intro. He was just ready to start going. So we kind of start off with him talking about the background. I had asked him about his process and when he started looking into getting a male enhancement and what brought him to Imago. We're going to pick it up from there. Sit back, relax, and get ready to hear why it's worth it to girth it. Here we go.
I was going to drive to Vegas to do this. I found a guy in Vegas who does this, and I was going to go get my consultation. And as I was about to finish my research, image go pop up.
Serious?
I'm not kidding you. And it popped up and it said it was in Utah. I'm like, in Utah? I've been searching everywhere for weeks. I did this research for over 2 years. I went crazy over this. And you have no idea the differences that things make. It's not the fact that you don't know how to have sex. Sex is very good and all of that. And sometimes people say size doesn't matter. Fuck off. Size matter. Because you know why? It depends who you're being with. If the person is amateur, they don't really know the difference. But a person who has been around the block knows the difference. And you don't give the difference. You could walk away from the most amazing thing. And at the same time, it is personal preference. I don't tell the lady to come here to make sure that they more, the Botox and everything they do to stay young and everything for their facial and all of that to come and get, right? So who am I to be also be afraid or not wanting people to know what it is? I mean, is it a bad thing you guys are doing here? No. It's amazing. It's life-changing. It's transformational. And that's what people need to understand, to not be so scared about that.
Right.
Because to be honest with you, if you ask me how many girls I've been hitting, I'm tired. Even last night.
Oh.
That's why I'm still, I came in with my shade. I'm like, I didn't sleep, Mike.
Oh, jeez. She's lucky. I'm like, another one I'm jealous of. I love it.
Oh my gosh, this is it. Oh my goodness. So the whole idea is it's not about, what people are comfortable with. And I get that people can be very comfortable because it's no, it's not that. It's not that. It's personal preference, I think. And personally, I would recommend a lot of people to this place. And it's not because of that. You guys are good. You're professional. You keep people's privacy. You respect people. And you understand it. Before you do this, you need to seek to understand. And I don't think sometimes people who are ashamed of doing this kind of procedures and everything, they exist for a reason. Get the reason, then you can exist.
Right. I was going to say, I think that was one of the big things that stood out to me, I think, for you and why we bonded so much is when you first came in, I think you were just so open. Like, that's one of my favorite things about my job here is doing the consultations, being able to meet the guys. Some don't open up.
You recorded this?
Yeah, I pushed play.
Good.
When you started talking, I was like, wait! I was like, you're giving me such good things. Yeah. I was like, I'm just going to get started.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, like when you came in and with your story on why you came in was so touching. I think you were one of the first that, got me so emotional with why you came in and why you were wanting to get it done. And it's more common than we think. Every guy has their own reason on why they want to get a male enhancement done. But, I think it'll be good for people to hear, like, what was, like your reasoning to get it done and, what made you finally decide, like you said, with the research you were doing, what made you finally decide to come in and why choose Imago?
Well, Michael, thank you so much for this question, though. And just for the record, for everybody and for your viewers, if you're listening to me, thank you so much for at least finding us worthy enough to actually hear what we have to say, number one. Because there's a lot of podcasts out there that people could be spending their time on, but this is more educational. And you're putting a little bit of personal touch, right? So, and English is not my first language, so if I say anything you don't understand, please let me know. I will repeat myself. I'm not ashamed of that. But the whole idea was that, as a young and African, ambitious, trying to conquer the corporate world of, technology and everything, I was very good at it. I was so good. Money was everything. I mean, if you're talking about, like material stuff, then my ex would never go to the extent, right? But it was the time where my second child was born, and I realized my significant other was kind of not really intimacy. When it comes to intimacy, she was kind of not knowing she was getting it somewhere else. And I had no idea. To be honest with you, I had no idea. The only way I find out was that there was a group that she had. She has a group of friends that I considered them at that time to be my friends as well. That like anything that will be going on, we'll be all talking about and everything. But then they created this group called Wolfpack. But then one thing that I didn't know was that my ex's phone was connected to my daughter's iPad. So one evening I was home from work, working on my basement, putting up my studio together for my company, my motivational speaking business. And all of a sudden, my daughter comes like, Daddy, why is all this thing keep popping up on my screen? Can't you let it go? I was like, what is it? So I just looked at and everything. And here comes all these text messages. And the group, the guys, my ex's friends were saying, they were talking about this guy she's been seeing and cheating on and everything. And one of the friends asked, he said, listen, you have this guy who you're married to. He's perfect. He's a hardworking. He's this, he's that. He gives you everything you want. Look at this. The guy just freaking bought a brand new car and you decided you want a brand new car and he just handed the key to you. What else do you want? And my ex said, Christian is great at everything. He's amazing and everything. But I just like this guy's dick.
Oh.
Michael, that blew me away.
Hearing the story blew me away.
I was like, French toast? What are you talking about?
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, I couldn't believe what I was actually reading. So all along, my partner was actually not happy with my size, but she was uncomfortable even to talk to me about it. It is something that I could do about it. I could have done that to save my marriage. Because I am an open-minded person. If you're not happy about even the way the sex will go down, please, let's have the conversation. Because to be honest, if you don't let me have my orgasm, I'm going to be frustrated. You know what a pistration is?
No.
Pissed off and frustrated at the same time. So it's a pistration.
Right.
You got to have that pistration. So at the same time, if you don't get that part too, then I want to make sure that is there. But I didn't know that this thing was going on. And so, to be honest, that kills me. I wanted to know. I went out and upon all of this thing. And it wasn't like this guy was even a better looking, was even a top-notch job person or anything, Michael. If I show you this guy, oh my God, I was so embarrassed. But because he has only one thing, enough size that can satisfy my wife more than I could. That thought right there, to the point that my wife could let go of a 10-bedroom home, the money, the everything, to let go of the two beautiful children, never even thought of how their home will be broken, and let it go. That's when I know Dick has power. So when you talk about sizing and everything, I began to do this. Michael, I even thought at some point I wasn't good at sex, and maybe that's why she wasn't happy and everything. Michael, I put myself through the University of Utah. I went to the sex class, 6 months, to know everything about a woman's body. But that wasn't it. When I came here, you saw it. Let's face it, I'm a big black dude, muscle as heck, but my penis was tiny. It wasn't like a normal size. It was what? Like 0.3 or something like that in size. Well, the length was there, but in size I wasn't big. Okay? Because of these things that I saw, I was even insecure to have sex. So sometimes even when I was having sex, I have to overdo it. I have to overperform it. I have to go up and above and beyond, even though all I got to do was be myself because of what I've known. And you want to know the funny part?
Yeah, tell me. I'm ready. I'm so
Michael, women, they can make you or they can break you. I'm telling you that. You know what happened?
What happened?
Before coming here, there was this chick that I was hanging out with, right?
Mm-hmm.
After I finished my first round of my stuff, right? She's like, damn, sex is so much better. And I'm like, so all along, it wasn't that better, but you couldn't tell me those. So I was like, honey, don't even get me going there, right? But you see where that is going?
Yeah.
What changed? Some part of the body met with some part of the body.
Right.
That my size actually was the right size. You have no idea. Today, this girl will pull a gun on you if you get closer to me. Because she just want to keep this thing to herself. Okay?
All right, gotta stay away from that one.
I know, right? When you see me, and when I see you and I say, this is spicy, please walk.
Yeah. You know?
Please walk. But you see, Michael, when I came in here, number one, I before I even came in, the issue happened on 2019, right? I searched the whole entire, it was at the beginning of 2019, then through all the COVID, 2020, I was searching. I went on TikTok, I went on Facebook, I went on Google. So one evening I decided, no, I'm going to really sit down and do this. So somebody sent me a video. A friend of mine in Texas sent me a video about a guy who actually performed some of this, surgeries. The biggest place was in Miami and then also Vegas. And it was the same day. But you see, the way they were explaining it, how they were going to go inside and they're going to stretch your thing and do that. Man, that thing looking painful. Okay, it looked painful. But then I was like about to just quit. But then I wanted to drive to Vegas to actually go and talk to this guy and just maybe see what my options will be. That was when, like literally few minutes before I checked out on the computer, image goes, popped up. And he said, okay, for enhancement and everything. Pretty much everything I was looking for. And that's when I tried to call, but it didn't come through. And then you pinned me.
Mm.
And you say, hey, my name is Michael, how can we help you? And that's when I got the appointment to come and talk to you. But Michael, there's one thing that I always tell people when I talk to people. You know, I grew up in a three-house village in Africa. But my grandmother, and I grew up with my grandmother. Life was tough. But my grandmother gave me so many advices and things in life that does not make me vulnerable. She was the one who said, if you have a sickness, and if you do not sell your sickness, you never find a medication to it. Do you know what that means?
Explain.
Meaning that, Michael, right now, you sit right here, and you know maybe you have a malaria or something is wrong with you. But instead of going to the doctor, to go consult with the doctor and explain how you feel and everything, you just bottle it up and you don't go and tell the doctor anything about it. So they don't know anything about it. And by the time they know, you're dead. So if you want a cure to your sickness, you need to sell it. Selling it meaning talking to the right people about it. Talking to the people who understand your situation so that they can prescribe the right medications. And when I came over here, I decided that, well, guess what? Number one, you're going to see my peanuts. Number two, if you don't have, I mean, look at all the sizes you have on this table, right?
Right.
So if you're not comfortable talking about it, then why are you even here doing the job?
Right.
And if I'm not comfortable even to come here to tell you what my needs are, why am I even here?
Right.
It's like sex. We all know sex is dirty. People call it dirty game. But why have sex if you're not going to do it all? If you're not going to go all the way?
Right.
Have it all.
Right.
Bob Sticky Icky, do it all. Because you're already there.
Right.
You're already at the juncture, then do it. But coming here, what I loved is that, especially you ladies up front here, they are really awesome. Like the most friendliest people I've ever met. Very respectful, and man, beautiful ones too.
We do have the best of the friend
I am
list.
telling you, I'm like, you purposely did that.
Right.
Then go you.
Oh,
right?
jeez.
You smile at everybody. You laugh at everything. You make people so comfortable when they walk into this office to talk to you. And it's not because of, you are in a position to judge anybody, but you're the doctor that you know how to diagnose. Okay? You know what people want. I could go out there and talk price with anybody. But no, you rather wanted to know where my budget was when I came in here. You pointed me to different places when I couldn't even afford it and how I can even do it. I put it all in, this care credit in order to make sure that I could do it and pay it in increments in small amount and everything. But at the same time, I was able to get it done. But I have to tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
And I'll come back to this.
Yeah.
You know when I did my first procedure, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how they wrapped me and I looked like a burrito, right?
Yeah.
I went and put the tights on. When they cleared me to work out, I put the tights on, put some shorts on, and this big burrito is hanging out. Oh my goodness, Mike, when I show up at the gym, I frustrated so many ladies, they couldn't even stay focused to work.
Oh, I'm sure.
They thought it was my thing.
Right. Everyone's breaking their necks from all the double turns.
My friend, I have a friend at that time who was with me. He's like, Christian, you're an idiot. You're so idiot.
He comes back with 6 pairs of gray sweatpants.
Yeah, exactly. So you could just put on something that could loosen you up. Dude, man. Like, you got all these ladies all frustrated. Look at how everybody's looking at you. I'm like, I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Draw their attention.
Yeah.
Now, the following day I show up, people started smiling. Hi. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm back in the good, right? I didn't have no idea what I had going on, but I thought it was very funny to kind of bring it up. But to come back to this too, not only that I work with Katie did all my rap for me. She was very professional, really, really cool. I mean, and even talking to some of your workers here too, and some of the things that they've done, right? Like the ladies and everything. And I didn't really realize that a lot of people come here for a lot of different reasons. Even like, if it is not just an enlargement, okay, to make the penis the sizes you want, bro, men, we suffer from prostate. We suffer from a lot of different things. And you guys have things like the gain wave thing, right?
Yeah.
It allows you to be able to make sure that your penis is actually functioning right. Because you've been putting it in so many different holes that you don't know how much cloudage that you have through your veins, your pulse, and everything that is going down there.
Right.
And this down here is always down and it's always covered. It's always hot.
Yep.
And everything down there. So like, imagine freeing it out there and actually making sure that you're getting the blood flow going through that vein. That is something that is so cheap.
Yeah.
That any man should try that. Because trust me, not only that, you get your heart on. Okay? It's also a game changer. You don't need to go through even this process and everything, but come and get it checked.
Right.
Because like my energy level, my testosterone level and everything, because it's also part of the sex. It's balanced. When it's not balanced right, it's a problem. And trust me, the reason why I haven't come back for my second round is because I can't stop hanging out underneath the sheets, man. I cannot. You know, to be honest with you, that 45 days that I got right there, people wanted to murder me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
I get it.
And after that, I'm like, man, I'm going to go back for this 45 more days, right? But you see, I am very happy because Dr. Barrett, he was very professional. He really is a doctor that I'm telling you, he deserved a 5-star for everything, because not going through a surgery, because like I'm a single dad. My kids come every weekend, every other weekend, and I'm with them the whole entire time. I have no babysitter. I do everything on my own. And I was wondering about going through Vegas and having somebody do all these major surgeries. And what if I couldn't walk? What if I couldn't do certain things? But when I came in here and this guy showed up and said, listen, no surgery needed. This is what we're going to do. This is what, like, he walked me through the whole entire process. He was there. They had me take all the pictures, making sure that I'm showing them in case if there's anything going on. Like, they made sure before I leave here, my medication, everything I needed to treat was there. They even offered to do my wrapping for me. Just show up. You understand? And, I mean, you have the most friendly working environment ever. When you walk in here, you don't feel judged. You feel like at home. You understand? We all walk of lives that comes in here with needs and everything. Everybody walks out of here happy. So if you really ask me, like, why I was so open to you at first, it's because you are a very welcoming person. You know, the way you let me feel so welcome when I walked in here, I feel no need to tell you what my problem is, because that was my problem. And I wanted to get the answers to it. I wasn't going to tell you that my head hurts, because obviously there's nothing you could do there at that point, right?
Right.
Maybe you might give me some ibuprofen, but that will solve the problem why I came here. So the whole idea is, if anybody is listening to this podcast, my name is Christian Apia Knudsen. I'm not only doing this just for publicity purpose, but I'm doing this because maybe you're listening to this podcast wondering, I wish that was me. I can be outgoing. You know, I can go speak up my mind and do all of this. It's not easy to just sit here and share my most sensitive story with others. But sometimes you share sensitive stories to inspire other people, so that they know that they are not alone. Okay? And I want them to understand that they are not alone, Michael. They are not alone. I'm a beautiful black man. I'm amazing looking. If you see me, trust me. But at the same time, I had a problem. And that problem needed to be resolved. And when I came to ImageGo, you guys have it. You helped me resolve that confidence. You helped me. Today, trust me, Michael, you want to go ahead and leave? Bye. See you, Felicia. Because I don't, now I know that it's not me. It's not my performance. It's not any of those things. It's not any of that. And guess who wants to come back now?
I can take a big guess.
My ex now want to come back. Because not only that, even this thing that I came here to do, this enlightenment thing that I came here to do, I gained my confidence back, in bed especially. At the same time, she sees all these beautiful women circling around me and she's bothered by it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing is, you say you didn't want me. You could have talked to me. We could talk about this uncomfortable thing and I could fix it. It's fixable. So my brothers, if you're listening to me, please don't get depressed over your size. Don't get depressed over your erection. Don't get depressed about how you can't even, go hard, in bed to satisfy your woman for like maybe 8 minutes or whatever it is. And, you're those, we call them quickies. You only do quickies. And because, and you're worrying about what is wrong with you. So you're spending more money on a woman more than what you're supposed to make it up for sex. Please use that money to show up here to come and talk to my friend Michael here. Because not only that, you're going to get the most friendliest guy over here to sit here and let you feel like you $1,000,000. At the same time, I'm telling you, he's going to give you the results you're looking for. Because he's the kind of a person I know that he stands behind what he says he's going to do. So don't be ashamed of it. Just come over, have a consultation. If they don't have what you're looking for, that's okay. No harm in it. It's free of charge. But I'm inviting you. Now, summer is coming. Everybody's getting ready to go out there. Just come over here and just come and get a gain wave out here. The lady that does mine, what's her name again?
Courtney.
Ask for Courtney, because Courtney is the best person that I'm telling you. If you need a gain weight weight gain or anything like that, and it just takes like 15 minutes of just a quick workout treatment. It's just so easy. Get the blood flow. Get the penis to go do what it's meant for, because it's meant for something. You understand? Mm-hmm. Get it there. And that's all I have to say, Michael.
I love it. I mean, this is why you're one of my all-time favorite people, one of my favorite connections I've ever made since working here. I mean, with coming in, being so open and honest. I mean, with your story, I think it's so incredibly inspiring. And it's no surprise, I mean, that the ex is wanting to come back barking up your tree. Because, yes. I think it's still one of my favorite moments when we were sitting here in the consultation and I was like, wait, I'm like,
yeah,
you're this successful.
Yeah, why? Yeah.
How much money? You bought her a car. Your biceps are this big. You're this fit, this attractive. I was like, I will put on a wig. I will put on press-on nails. I was like, I will take care of you.
Oh my gosh, yes,
and the fact
that
he came back is a testament of how cool you are. But, I mean, just becoming instant friends, right? And, I think it's so awesome. That's what I love, too. Not only with our permanent male enhancement procedure. I mean, you're a testament to the results. I remember after you coming back, talking about your experience with your trip to Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
With you talking about the difference that former partners had noticed.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought was so cool to where you've seen the difference, even just one treatment has made. And not only that, even with the gains wave, like that's something I've been incorporating a lot into packages and consultations now is explaining to men the difference between internal and external.
External, yeah. Because what is going on inside there and what it is, we don't know. Even if I didn't come here, I didn't know that there's such a thing.
Yeah.
But every time, even before my procedures happened, right? And I started weight gain before that. And I was coming in and Courtney was doing her thing and everything. I feel like when I'm even getting out, when I get out of here, I'm already hard. And I'm calling my girl. I'm like, girl, where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's different, and I didn't know. And the thing is, if you don't know, ask.
Right.
And when you ask the right question, you're always going to get the answer. And sometimes there's no such a thing as a stupid question anyway. If you don't know, just ask.
Right.
And Michael, trust me, the comment you made when I come in here did not scare me away. You have no idea, man. Because I wasn't going to go out there.
Right.
to ever have any woman ever talk like that ever again to me, number one. Number two, today I'm telling you, because of this, I even decided I don't even want to have kids anymore. I did vasectomy. Now I'm going to reverse it because I want to have more kids. Okay? And you know why? Because now people are begging for my kids. And I'm going to have 3 more of me hanging around here. So I'll give you one if you want one, right?
I'll take it. I'll take
Michael,
it.
come on now, man.
I'm like,
you made all this thing happen.
100%. Yeah. I was like, I need one. Yes. Yes. I'm going to Rumpelstiltskin that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I get the first, yes.
I'm like, honey, I'm sorry, I have to sacrifice this one.
Hold on, the first one goes to Michael.
Goes to Michael.
It's in our contract.
It's in the contract.
Yes.
Call you and say, hey, Mike, where are you at? Dude, the baby is here, man. When are you showing up to pick it up?
I'm like, it was made possible. The platinum mill enhancement, Gainswave.
Exactly, right? All of it.
So that's what's great is, the Gainswave, I call it now the oil change for men. Most companies, they advertise it for just a treatment for erectile dysfunction. But I think that's just a way of, saving their marketing dollars to only use it towards, for the most part, men, they are so uncomfortable to talk about, their penis, either the size or the function.
Oh, yeah.
And so men will only come in as a last minute resort. And so they advertise it for a last resort. And the best part about it is I think we all enjoy sex. We all enjoy intercourse. And,
trust me.
Right? I know.
This guy here, sometimes if I go 2 days without having it, I get angry.
Right?
I get angry. I can't, he's like, am I supposed to work today?
Right.
No, something is missing.
Right.
But no, I really do agree with you on that. And this perfect analogy that I have, it's just like this car sitting out there, right? You're looking at this beautiful car, this red car right here. Let's imagine that that's your car. Okay, before you drive it from the dealership promised you that day the windshield wiper will work when it's rainy day. The light will work during the night. The stereos in there will work, when you turn on the series or the FM radio. All of this thing that is in there is meant for the car to function. What happened when we go 3,000 miles?
All starts to have issues.
And then what do? We go to oil change. We go to maintenance because we want to keep the car running.
Right.
So why are we so busy fixing the car?
Right.
But then we are not fixing the person who owns the car.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm throwing this question out there to men.
Right.
How often do you service your car and how often do you service yourself?
Right. And some of us put a lot more miles on ourselves than others.
Not even their own cars.
Yeah. Some need to change their oil more frequently.
Exactly, right? And so the whole idea is, why don't you want your health to be better? Why don't you want the things that make you comfortable too? So then just like how you go and do all this maintenance to make sure that the car is running smooth, do the same thing. That's why you got to come and see my good friends here, because they got what you need. Unless you don't have a problem. If you don't have a problem, don't show up. But you got any other concern, even like to get your hair to grow. Because to be honest with you, don't get me wrong here, but white people, when you're bald, you don't look cool. Black guys,
true.
when we don't look, we are bald, we at least can pull it off. But me, I'm going to go back and come back after I finish this second round. I am actually going to be getting my hair done too, because you have everything here. So it's not only just one solution fits all. You guys actually take the time to customize things for people that works. And the result is there. The result is in the pudding. And that's what I'm hoping, that anyone that is listening to this will come here, talk to the nice Dr. Barrett, talk to Katie, come here, just come here and meet Michael yourself, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
I love it. All right, so, is there anything else that you would want to cover for anyone?
You still owe me the bar.
I know.
We're supposed to go to
I know. We need to tear
you still
I
didn't
know.
know me.
I know. That was a promise.
That was a promise. We gotta go to the bar. But trust me, I think I did it by myself.
I wasn't invited.
You were not invited.
Oh, come on. I love it. I was going to say, for anyone who comes in and does do the meal enhancement, what advice would you give them? Was there anything that was surprising or anything that was more difficult than you were expecting?
You know, to be honest with you, I don't think, even like, you know, a lot of me, like before I used to hit like the needle going, or the nails going through my body and everything at first, right?
Yeah.
And the way it is, it's just like a touch to the skin, right?
Yeah.
And the way they do it, it was so painless. I walked out of here that same day, and I went out there. The only part is like, let's say once you get the wrap going on and then everything started healing, it's itchy.
Okay.
Okay? It's itchy, but when I came in and I talked to Katie, they gave me a medication for the itch. So the itch actually stopped.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they told me, like, if you ever feel like you're going to get erect, just go put ice on it. That part, there was one time I forgot to do that. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ah. Trust me, I was laying on the floor in the bathroom, shaking my legs. I'm like, because I got erected so hard and it just was so painful. I was like, what the French just, I ran downstairs like 2 o'clock in the morning, pulled some ice. I'm like, oh, and then the girl's like, are you okay? I'm like, don't talk to me, please, don't talk to me. How could you be looking this nice in my bed like this? And now look at all the problems you're causing me. And I'm just like bitching over and I was like, did I did this to you? No. So that's a personal self-inflict pain pretty much. Because come on, I mean, those days, yeah, man, that was the funniest thing, man. I recorded a lot of journal for this one, like, and not only that too. At the beginning, my step to come was very hard.
Yeah.
Not only that, I was embarrassed. I really was. Let's face the facts too. You know, I was very embarrassed at the beginning. But after I walked in here, I saw like 5 different guys standing out here. And I think some of them just finished and they were just going. And like, I pull up and I saw the cars they were driving. I'm like, holy shoot. These guys are like successful people and they came here to do this. Oh, forget about it. Like, brush it off. Because, you know, you would think this place will for like, you know, people who really have a low self-esteem. No. I saw businessmen. I saw business ladies here. And especially the last time too, you guys did some events here and we came, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, come on. If I'm going to go to sexuology, to learn everything about the sex world and everything, what else can't I not learn and be comfortable with, right? And Michael, it's been a great journey, and I said the advice I can give it to people, really, to back to that question, I don't have any advice to give it to them. The only advice that I can just say is lean into it, and you'll be surprised what you're going to come out with, because it's not as scary as people think it is, number one. Number two, the finances is available there too for people to be able to do that. You know, if they have a job and they do have, like, they maintain their small minimum payment, just like credit card, they can. So they don't have to be waiting to have all the money to do it. And you guys are very understandable because, of course, when I came in and did my first one and I was happy, I was ready to go, hooray, you know. Yeah. I said, you know what? This is good for me for now. Let me just go play and do whatever I want. When I'm ready for the second one, I'll be back. And you guys are very understandable. Now here I am, right? And it's not like I'm not performing well. I'm still performing very well. Even last night I got laid. That's a fact.
Yeah, you did.
That's a lie you did.
Yes. I love it.
You know, but just all I would say is they need to just give it a shot. Because if you never give it a shot, you will never know. And Michael, I am very happy. And even if you have anybody who is interested and wanted to ask me more questions, please let them feel free to reach out to me. I'll tell them everything. Even some of the medications that I was given to make sure to keep the pain and everything, the pain wasn't even severe. That's one thing too I saw. So I didn't even finish the medication.
I love that.
I didn't finish the medications, like the pain medication. I still have them because like they were telling me to like take 2 at the beginning and everything. But then when I finished, like the ones that were supposed to help heal and everything, the pain ones and all the other one, I didn't take all of it. It's still there, right? And it's just because I didn't even need it, because they said to take them when you feel the itch, take them when you feel the pain, and this. Nah, I didn't even use because it wasn't that painful at all. Like you kind of feel it's like a tingling, but that's pretty much what you will feel. But then at the end, it's just normal. And I was back on my feet and doing my workout after a week and a half of doing the surgery and everything. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a surgery.
Right.
It was just a bunch of,
the injections,
and that was it. You know what I mean? And I was just ready. I didn't cut the skin. I didn't do anything. And it was really cool. And I'm telling you, Kate did a great job wrapping that boy for me. That boy owes her another thing too. Kate did a good job, and she was awesome to that. So, Michael, I think you already know the truth is already in the pudding. They just got to get out here and just give it a shot. They don't even need to do the enhancement. They can just come in and just see Courtney for just,
Yeah, for the gains wave.
Yeah, the gains, yeah. It's to be honest, I'm going to keep it up with that one. That's why I just scheduled mine for tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Because, bro.
Right? I'm like, it keeps it running smooth. It keeps the engine running great. It's a great booster.
Told you.
I know we call Courtney, well, we call her a lot of things, but I always call her the Oprah of orgasms. I always say that. You get an orgasm. You get an orgasm.
I can only picture her laughing her head off. Oh, my goodness.
She loves that one.
Yeah. See, and that is the thing, So tomorrow I actually have a march. So I got to come get ready for that one.
Yeah.
I mean.
I love it. Okay, well,
I'm definitely telling you, I'm getting more kids.
Oh yeah, sounds like I'm getting one. So
I know you're getting one. Yeah, I'm sending one to you. So Michael, this is your fault, But the whole idea is awesome. And I remember you were holding this dildo that day I came here. You were holding this, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy's like holding this thing like it's nothing. It's like, okay, now let's talk.
You're like, I guess I can talk to this.
Yeah, I guess I can talk to him about this. But
I love that.
It's all good, and I really do appreciate it. And I would say, on behalf of your crew and the people you work with here, I'm very grateful, and thank you guys so much. Like, I don't even know what to say. You changed my perspectives. You gave me my confidence back. And actually, like, I love the stage that I am, like, with the things. And I'm really hoping that somebody is not sitting there and crying over this type of issues. If only I've known that these things exist, maybe I could be still married. If communication was there, if things like this, I know over here especially, I know that sometimes a lot of the people within this, communities that we live, people are very uncomfortable in talking about certain things to really get into the right help that they need. But only if they can open up and come in and be vulnerable enough to actually open up. Michael, you are the most sweetest person I've ever known to sit behind this desk to do the job that you do, helping people building confidence back. Okay? And that is what it is. Yesterday, when I called you, and I said, hey, I'll be coming in today and everything, my friend was asking me who that, and I was the guy who built my confidence back. And it's like, really? What is the confidence? I said, do you want me to tell you about it? So I was telling him about it. I go, oh, really? You did that? Nowadays, my wife is beginning to, complain. So you might maybe have another dude coming on your hands here very soon. And I said, go see this guy. You're like, literally, anything. Just you open up to the things that you're struggling with, and somebody would probably point you to a solution. And I think over here, you are the solution finder because you work with such an excellent team. So, yeah. And that's pretty much what I have for you, my man.
Oh, I love it. And I appreciate that. I mean, you're the best. And I think, good people always find and attract good people, and it's definitely the case with you. So
I mean, when I was coming here, I guess somebody was trying to be negative. I just told them, dude, I work too hard to stay motivated. I ain't letting you ruin that, man. Bye.
You're like, I'm having too good of a day.
Yeah, I'm having it too good of a day. Yeah, no, I'm not going to let you ruin it, but Michael, thank you. Thank you so much. For
my
at least,
pleasure.
Because that day, if you would have not texted me back, I would literally was going to go to Vegas the following day. And I was walking to a place where I was very scared because I thought they were just going to have to like go inside of my penis and put all this thing and rip the skins and all this. The way I saw it on the, it's painful.
It's an intense procedure.
It was intense, like the way I kind of thought it was going to be. And when I show up here, all I have to do is just climb up in the chair, walk out of here, and like nothing ever happened. It was like, wait, like all that worry that I was having it disappeared. And it's because you guys are professional at what you do. And Dr. Barrett definitely stand behind his work, and I'm very grateful for him. And if he ever run for an office, I'm going to vote for him.
I love that. Well, we're so glad we were able to help give you your confidence, and in return, we were able to gain a friend. So
definitely.
Yes, we're so grateful, and thank you so much for taking the time.
My lion tooth was the only one I had, the whole Ghana. I went back and even researched and tried to get one, and you get to have them because you made a difference in my life.
Yes,
and I want you to remember that.
Okay.
So thank you.
Yes, thank you.